Most people are wasting money in their home every month. They don't even realize that their water is to blame. Minerals in your water, also known as hard water, can cause a variety of things that costs your family money every single month, from less effective water heaters to costing you more on cleaning your clothes, to costing you more on dishes and soap. It is absolutely unbelievable, not to mention costly repairs. If you don't treat your water, damage can add up fast, costing your family thousands of dollars over a period of time that cannot get undone. Now, what we're talking about again here today, everybody, is how rock in your water, also known as minerals, build up, and it's a natural part of everyone's faucet almost in the United States. So dissolved minerals or rock come through, and you can't really tell because when you look at your glass of water, it's clear. So nobody thinks that there's any rock in the water at all, right? However, it is absolutely ruining your home. Over 26 years, I've been out helping people with water softeners and water filter systems, and it's crazy the amount of damage that I've seen, even when we've gone out to a brand new home, or I've met people who had a brand new home and they elected not to treat their water with a water softener, and then over the years they see the buildup and then they go, what are we doing? And they call me back and they're like, Andy, come on back, we got to talk to you. And it's crazy. From here's the number one example is tile. Tile in the shower. Now think about tile in the shower. You have water as you take a long hot shower, and that water is raining down on your hair, your skin, and then on the tile of your shower. Now at first you don't really notice it because you don't see a white haze buildup or a discoloration of the grout, or you don't really see the white haze on the glass shower stall. But it's over a period of time that you go and you start cleaning and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning some more, and then you're like, what's going on here? And it's like, what's causing that? Is it the soap that we're using? And it's not the soap that you're using, it's actually the hard water or the minerals. Because what happens over time, it's just like, I don't know, you could think of the Grand Canyon, right? What happened with water running through all that rock? It dissolved the rock and carved through all that rock, and that's just water. Water is the most natural solvent in the world. And when it sits in aquifers or in a lake bed, on the bottom of that lake bed there's always rock. It takes on the characteristic of whatever it's touching. Again, water is the most natural solvent. It's the best cleaning agent in the world. Clean water is. So clean water that has no minerals in it is actually one of the best things that you can use to actually clean your home. But if it has minerals in it, that's where you start to see that white haze developing in your shower, or it also etches the sheen on a toilet. You know, that's why people say, I get this gray ring. Well, yeah, that's the rock that's in the water. And of course, as it twirls around it etches the sheen, which is a polish of the porcelain, and then the porcelain is porous, so it absorbs the color of that rock, which is gray. So we get that all the time. So people have to replace toilets or shower fixtures or faucet fixtures, and now you got to hire a plumber to go do that, and that isn't cheap, right? You got to do that kind of work. But here's where some of the other costs come into play. Your dishes, your dishwasher, your silverware, these things become more and more coated with white haze, which means that you have to replace them and buy more. Your dishwasher, it's meant for soft water. On the first couple pages of your dishwasher manual, it literally tells you how hard is your water will dictate how much soap you have to put in your water. Now, why would you have to put more Cascade in there? Because the number one ingredient in Cascade is liquid softening agents. See, Procter & Gamble is a gigantic company that loves to sell chemicals, and you're just getting nickeled and dimed every single day you do dishes. And the thing is that you're paying someone to soften your water. So I get customers all the time like, oh, I don't want to waste the money on a water softener. I don't need it. It's like, I actually sort of feel like you can't go without a water softener. Your pocketbook's going to thank you, because I could go on and on and on about the savings. By the way, speaking on and on and on, if you happen to have a few friends that you could share this on and on with, we'd be so grateful, because of course the best way that our program grows is by you sharing or pressing like or becoming a subscriber. We would love that too. We thank you very much, because it is with all of you that helps us grow our community and allows us to actually reach more people that have water problems, or they want to save money, or they want to be more healthy. Now, getting back to all these ways that water makes you spend more money is, we just got done talking about your dishwasher. I mean, the dishwasher has small orifices that allow the water to get pressurized and pushes through a jetting action to try to pull the food off of your plate. Well, those small orifices, what happens with those? They get clogged with minerals, so then they stop working well. So what do they tell you to do? Pour vinegar in your dishwasher and let it run. Well, what does vinegar do? Dissolves minerals. So there you have it. So here you are ruining your dishwasher with rock in your water, and then you're going to go back and use vinegar to try to repair the problem, or you're going to use more Cascade or liquid softening agents as far as dishwashing soap goes to work on your dishwasher. In fact, I urge you, go over to your dishwasher right now, open it up, and look at that rim on the outside. Take a look at the heating coil. If you see white buildup there, that's the rock. That's your opportunity to say, oh my God, maybe we need to get rid of that so we can extend the life of a dishwasher. I mean, today some dishwashers are $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. So certainly that's worth an investment to take the rock out so they last longer. In fact, Bosch introduced a dishwasher years ago that you pour table salt into. Why? Because their dishwashers, they were trying to make them so high powered with small orifices that they clogged immediately, and so they needed to put a little mini water softener inside their dishwasher. By the way, pro tip, have you ever noticed that on the bottom of the dishwasher there's like a bowl? Why is there a bowl? Well, when you put on the dishwasher, have you ever noticed you turn it on and you hear it run and then it sits there quiet for a little while? Well, what happened is the door opened, the soap fell out, and now the water is dissolving the chemicals so it can start to soften the water. Yeah, it's the craziest thing. Read the manual. It's crazy. How many people read their owner's manuals? Okay, nobody does. Yeah, that's right. Well, speaking of owner's manuals, let's go to a water heater. What does a water heater manufacturer say you should do to your water heater every year? That's right, flush it. Now, none of you thought of it, right? In order to maintain the warranty of the water heater manufacturer, you have to flush the water heater, because what happens is the flame heats the steel, which heats the water, and the rock falls off and builds up on the bottom of a water heater. Oh my God, yes, that's what happens. So you end up getting this goo that your flame is heating this rock before it heats the water and becomes extremely inefficient. On top of that, not only are we wasting more gas, natural gas, or electricity to heat that up, but you're literally building the rock up on this steel, and before long, that rock cracks and creates a segment where there's going to be a leak. So you have to remember that that's how water heaters leak. This is why manufacturers say you must flush your water heater every 6 months, if not more often. By the way, a lot of you guys out there, you might know that there's a magnesium rod in the water heater. Pro tip, what is a magnesium rod used for? It's a rod that's in the middle of the water heater, and the goal of it is to attract the rock rather than allowing it to form to the rod. Yeah, that's because most people have almost 90%, 95% of America has rock or minerals in their water, so all manufacturers install this magnesium rod. We have a lot of different options there as far as magnesium rods go. We actually have some electric ones that we'll install sometimes when there's different issues, but I'm just telling you, It is a very common thing that we see in when we sell water heaters and we are doing water softeners. So a water heater today is $2,000. Good ones are $4,000. I mean, then you have tankless. Oh my gosh, tankless water heaters. If you have a tankless water heater, you must have a water softener and a whole house filter. I mean, the manufacturer basically says you got to have one. So you have to remember that. If you don't have one, buyer's tip, now might be a time to get out there and really investigate water softeners. Now, that hot water, once it's made, where does it go? First place, other than your bathroom, it's going to go to your laundry room, right? And what uses that is your laundry machine. So why do laundry machines break? Rock in the water again. And what happens is that water pours in there and it gets, they still have to, sometimes they have heaters attached to them to make the water even more hot, so that breaks. And then you've got this rock rolling around inside that water heater or inside that laundry machine that can actually cause it to break. This is why almost every single laundromat, I mean, we service tons of laundromats and car washes. Why? Because they know they'll use significantly less chemicals and their equipment will last longer when they have soft water. Pretty simple stuff. Not only that, but when you have soft water and you go to do your laundry, guess what happens? You can use a fraction of the amount of soap. The number one ingredient in Tide is, yes, you guessed it, liquid softening agents. So now you got liquid softening agents and they're softening the water, and it's like, why? Why do we need that? In fact, when you get a water softener, you can get off of Tide altogether. What a horrible product that is. Have you ever even researched any chemicals in Tide or any Arm & Hammer? I mean, Arm & Hammer you think would just be baking soda, but it's not. There's all these extra chemicals in there that are designed to soften the water and or to make the water smell or the clothing smell better. And these chemicals, they don't get rinsed out of the clothing because when you have to use a whole cup of soap, it's left in the clothing. Bing, bing, bing. Did anyone out there say I get dry, itchy skin when I'm sweating in my clothing? Well, there you have it. Why is that? It's good. You have these nasty chemicals that you can't even begin to pronounce the name are in the laundry detergent, and then it never gets rinsed out completely. So then you're sitting there wearing a chemical suit. So therein lies another cost factor. Not only do you have to, your clothes don't last as long, but now when you go to take a shower, you're going to be, or you have to buy lotions to be able to lotion up your skin because you have this dry, itchy skin, or you got to go visit a doctor. I've had so many people that actually had eczema, major eczema issues, that then were solved by first getting a water softener. Because the rock in the water, when they took a shower, would clog the pores of the skin. Then they'd use all these chemicals on their clothing, and they wear the clothing, they would sweat, and that would cause more itchiness, and their doctor defined that as eczema. Next thing you know, I meet them, I talk about it, next thing they say, oh my God, maybe that's it. They buy a water softener, and poof, their eczema goes away. Their dry scalp goes away. I have people comment to me all the time, thank God I don't have dandruff anymore. Well, why? It's because they were using all these nasty chemicals because the rock plugs the pores of your skin. So you end up getting this dry scalp that you have to itch and you're like, got all this dandruff and you're like, where's that coming from? Well, it's your water clogging the pore, or the minerals in the water clogging the pores of your skin, making you buy nasty chemicals that then dries out the scalp and you get dry scalp, or you get worse dandruff than you had to begin with. Wow, I'm just getting itchy thinking about it. So anyways, so you can start to see that every time you turn around, there's all these extra costs, not only lotions, but let's go back to the laundry room. What do you do when the clothing comes out hard or stiff? You buy another nasty chemical called Downy. Have you read on the side of that chemical? And it's like, well, it smells good. Well, of course it's nasty chemicals. Of course they made it smell good for you because they want you to buy it over and over and over again. Have you ever noticed that Procter & Gamble is the largest advertiser, like on Super Bowl? It's in every magazine. They're advertised everywhere. Well, why is that? It's because you, me, all of us have bought these chemicals that we got to buy over and over and over and over again. And what's the cost factor for that? So if we just add all that up, new bathroom, new faucets, new toilets, new dishwasher, new laundry machine, new water heater, you got gas costs that go up or electric costs go up to heat the water. You got a laundry machine, the chemicals that you use in the laundry machine. You have clothing that you end up having to replace because it just doesn't feel right and doesn't look right, and it gets ruined over time. You have hair care products. You have skin lotions. I mean, what do hair care products cost these days? It's a fortune, right? All that conditioner and soap and laundry and all the different products that you have. So therein lies the costs that are associated with or the rising costs that you'll see when you don't treat your water. So if you'd like to save some money, check out our website, angelwater.com. Give us a call if you have any questions, 847-382-7800. And as you know, my name is Drew, and I am here simply to serve you. Thank you.